Just adjust my mic really quick. Hi to anyone watching, anyone who might watch. I'm Ovis, and I'm frustrated. There's a certain member of the Killer Instinct community by the name of PaulB, who I fought on ranked yesterday, and I beat him. And I thought, oh, maybe he's streaming this. I know he does that sometimes. And so I went to go check out his stream. And I'll be honest, I don't like going into PaulB's stream because he usually says really awful shit. Really just virulent bile spewing all over the place. And it's things he's said have turned people off from the games he plays. It's been documented. Talk to Infilament if you want proof. But something about this threw me off because a couple months ago he tweeted, and I will quote the exact tweet. I don't want to be toxic anymore. I just love these games, the FGC, and what it's done for me. I go about showing that and expressing my criticisms the completely wrong way. If I want to be critical, then I'm going to need to figure out a constructive way to do that. Sorry. Well, that sounds great on paper. It sounds like the kind of thing you really want to hear from somebody. He almost got Infil to take down his site. What? I'm gonna need to hear that story. I'm gonna keep going, but I'm gonna need you to give me the info on that. That is something I had not heard before, and I've talked to Infil a lot. So, thank you all for watching. So that tweet happened in November, mid-November. And I thought, oh, great, somebody can have a big presence. Paul gets like 70, 80 something viewers, at least he did when I waltzed into his stream. And he can, use his powers for good, so to speak, and get people into the game and show them just how cool the game is. That is not what happened on Paul's stream that night. And I have to imagine it's not what happens on his streams any night. Extrapolating out from one anecdotal experience. So I'm frustrated by this person, this high-level player in the KI community who is really kind of emblematic of several high-level players in the KI community. You talk about Paul, LCD, a few other people whose names aren't coming to my mind, who just have really bad takes, and they also have a rather large audience that they spread these bad takes to. And these people don't know that there's any nuance to it, and they don't look into it themselves. They just take what the person they're watching says, and they roll with that. And that's bad. That is what caused Killer Instinct to decline. It's why the game, there's several reasons, but it's one of the big reasons why the game doesn't have a huge presence, because people just shit on it in several unwarranted ways. And if you say you want to be constructive, Paul, boy, I'm just not seeing that. And I'm going to show you this set. I went back and I subbed to him using my Twitch Prime sub so I could get access to the VOD, so I could look at this set and hear what he said about me. This is all. Ooh, it's some stuff he's going to say about me. Um, and I'm going to try to keep it impersonal, because it's stuff he said about everybody who he fought while I was watching that stream. But I'm not qualified to talk about what those people did in their sets, but I'm qualified to talk about what I did in my set, and where things went right and where things went wrong. So it's gonna be like 20% match analysis and 80% just showing how badly people like Paul can affect their communities and the effect that can have on people who watch them and put stock in what they say. I'm going to turn to chat because Luna told me the story that I want to hear. Short of it is that Paul indicted Infill of doing all that he does for, simply put, clout. Infill is actually legit upset over that because he legit wants to help and had to talk to several friends of his because he thought that maybe it wasn't worth keeping the site up if that's the response he got. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of thing. I guess I wasn't around when he said that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so that's the kind of thing that you can do in a community and not you're not helping, Paul. You're just not helping. I know you think you are. I know you think that you streaming the game to your 100 viewers a night helps, but it doesn't because you keep saying these kinds of things. So I want to get into this. I want to show the things in the set. I want you to hear the things that he says, and I might also go pull up the VOD from that night and show some of the other things that he was saying to other people about other people, just to highlight this kind of stuff. Paul also had to have his wife ask Keats how to make Keats not hate Paul, which is indicative. Yeah, it sure is. This is also a pattern of behavior that happened with other toxic people in the KI community. LCD followed Keats around at an event to harass him about changes that he thought should be made to Orchid. Oh, Paul talked to Keats' wife. Oh God, that's just more receipts, right? So let's start this up. Let's do the sort of main event of this and talk about all the satellite issues surrounding this. This, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, I am not an Eyedol main. I have been playing Eyedol since March of last year, on and off. But I've been playing Riptor since for almost 4 years now. So in comparison, this month I have said I'm going to play Eyedol all month. I might do some streaming of ranked set. He was a secondary at Combo Breaker. I didn't even pull him out in bracket at Combo Breaker. Yeah. At that point, I had been playing him for 2 months, and I was sort of still just messing around and figuring out what he did. I sort of know now. I still have a lot of input problems with him, and you'll see some of them, and I'll point them out. But anyway, no more delays. I get off track.
How many times did I just stand in front of him and he just woke up mashing like this?
Talking about some other guy.
You can't make a mistake in this.
Right out the gate, Paul says you can't make a mistake in this game. You can. So I hit him with a quick one chance.
Mistakes don't matter.
He guest breaks on the aerial. Frame trap. He gets hit. Lock and guest breaks again. Guest breaks again. That's 3 so far. Count. And so frame trapped again. This is all within the first 20 seconds of the match. I have frame trapped him and tick thrown him combined 4 or 5 times, and he's lost 65% of his life. and this kind of just sets the tone.
Let's see if I can ever play again.
There's an input error. The thing about Eyedol's head switches that still gets me is that sometimes I press a button before the buffer will actually pick it up, and then I try to cancel that to something else. But since the buffer didn't pick up the first button, it just picks up what I was trying to cancel to. So that's what got me swept there. I tried to challenge something that's only -1. My fault. Doesn't block low. I think he was pressing heavy kick there. Just stand heavy kick. And gets grabbed because I sort of delayed in the air. Doesn't block on wake up. Did he really just not block on wake up at all? He didn't get counter hit. Okay. Yeah, so I throw him down and then just, yeah, no counter hit, but he didn't block. He could have blocked. He was probably trying to jump. He's talking about someone in chat saying wake up slide. Yeah, he just stood there or tried to jump. So, like, I'm willing to chalk a lot of this up to lack of matchup knowledge. I don't think you do get counter hit on jump. I'll have to check that. I have the game open right now. So yeah. I backdashed there, I don't know why. And then just hit him with a meteor, and I just...
Do whatever the fuck he wants, and I'm like, what do I do?
Okay, so that's like problem statement number 1. Characters who can do whatever the fuck they want and you can't do anything about it. That's something that Paul seems to legitimately think. Boy, that's wrong. Eyedol has weaknesses that you can exploit. I think this matchup kind of sucks. But you have to know what to do. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants if you let him. So Wolf in particular, yeah, exactly. Wolf can low profile a lot of Mage's buttons, like all his projectile buttons, just by like pressing a crouching punch. He can also slide, and that just gets him in when I'm trying to, control space. It's a real pain in the ass. And like he has one of the best projectile and vulnerable moves in the game. Yeah, you can, and you can just block, take it, and try to look for an opportunity. But you know what Paul didn't do? He just didn't block. So I feel like I caught him. He doesn't have obnoxious mix-ups. Yes and no. He has. He definitely doesn't have obnoxious mix-ups. He is. Each individual body is more straightforward than characters like Shin Hisako or Riptor. When he's an instinct, yeah, it is a little degenerate, but it's more a lot of just like you have to hold this, and I get to do things, and if at any point you stop blocking, I'm gonna run a train on you, which I still don't do. Shadow leaping slash really fucks Eyedol up. And a lot of things Wolf can do are just faster than what Warrior can do. One of the funniest things, once I tuned into his stream after this match had ended, he was talking about how Wolf's overhead is 34 frames of startup. No, Paul, no. Leaping slash is 22 frames of startup. Eyedol's overhead forward medium punch is 28 frames of startup, and that's slow. Like, you cannot possibly think that, really. And so I said that in his chat, and he stopped saying it, but he didn't, like, acknowledge what I said, but he stopped making note of it being 34 frames. Yeah, and you're right. The overhead comes from his run, which has inherent mix-ups, and, like, if I'm not on top of my shit, I can't always see if it's going to be lower or overhead. So that's a funny fucking thing. Leap and slash is great. It's only like -6, so even if you block it and you're just a little bit slow, you're not really punishing it.
My backdash, the connection's awful.
I backdashed. His connection's awful. If space bullet's unpunishable, not against Eyedol because he has a big dick 6-frame button. And I love that. So he just said I backdashed. His connection's terrible. Let me take a short little diversion here to just tell you something, Paul. I'm on speedtest.net right now. Here, I'll pull it right over here. Yeah, what the hell? Here. 7. My ping is 7, Paul. I think you're on the West Coast, which, you know, maybe there's some problems. I don't know. But it ain't my connection, man. Don't come at me with that. Shadow counter. He does those target combo things a lot, and he doesn't like fake it out at all over the course of the set. So I do shadow counter him a fair amount. I'm waiting for him to try something. I screw up. I legit. Please, someone tell me what you see that is so bad here, because this is his stream. This is his playback. This is not me looking at a replay. Exactly. There's no connection issue here. Paul, you're making excuses. Stop it. And then and I guess, and...
This guy's connection, dude.
What, Paul? Wolf sweep is -5 on block. So he... What was he? Did he get counter hit? Shit. Hold on. Let's see. Wasn't looking for that before. No counter hit. He just, again... Throw invincibility starting on frame 14. Let's both wake up. Throw back. Yeah. No, don't press buttons after sweep, but again, he didn't get counter hit, so he must have just stood there. Like, I can't actually punish sweep because it's only -5, and medium punch is a 6-frame button. Yeah, a lot of sweeps are punishable. Jagos is -9. Shadow Jagos is -9. A lot of sweeps are like -5. The Hisakos have -3. They can't be punished. Yeah. Yeah, hell. I'm so back and forth on whether or not I want to @ Paul. Like, if I upload this to YouTube or something, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Hi, Paul. So yeah, he's like, just like, not pressing anything. He's just getting hit after his sweep. He was trying to jump or something. I don't know.
See how they're empty the whole game?
Oh, that's my favorite one. So he posted like a 2-bar emoji in the chat. I got the chat replay on Twitch. That's so nice. He has like sycophants on Twitter and on Twitch. You watch the replay, you read the chat. It's so... Ugh. Anyway. Well, yeah, of course they're wrong. All's wrong. It's my favorite line coming up.
Cards are his brain cells. Always 0.
My new catchphrase. My brain cells are always 0. It's true. You got me, Paul. I'm a big dum-dum. You know what? You lost. Bigger dum-dum. I'm a big set play moron. My brain cells are always 0. How many more ways can I say that I'm a big fucking idiot and people need to stop falling for my shit? Anyway. I get anti-aired.
Wake up, light punch.
Okay. I'm gonna explain the wake up light punch. There's reasons why I did what I did. Okay, so I get anti-aired. I see he's at about this range. Crouch headed kick is such a good AA. Because it's so low to the ground, you can actually, like, anti-air characters like Eyedol who have a really short, really fast jump. Yeah, Yeah, people do. They again. I said this before we started. People just take what he says at face value. They don't like do their own research. They don't make any effort to understand the game. They just take what he says as word. Hey, low tier pigeon. Thank you for following. I should really change that follow notification. I set that up just to test Streamlabs. Hey, yeah, bacon. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'll bet it got bad in his MK streams. I've heard. Like, I think that's the reason why he made the I don't want to be toxic anymore tweet in the first place, because like somebody called him out on him being super toxic about Mortal Kombat. But here we are 2 months later, and he's still doing it on KI. So I'm gonna explain the wake up light punch. You see the range that he's standing at. I'm gonna actually just like straight up frame advance this. So he walks back, and I'm thinking, okay, he's not at a range where like, and he's walking back. I don't think he's gonna press something. And jab. So like, I'm not getting punished for that. Hey, that is a hog booty. What is this? Booty. Okay. Cute. I don't know who you are, actually, low tier pigeon. Please reveal yourself. So yeah, I wake up, jab. That's a thing you can do. Oh. Alright. Cool.
Wake up, light punch.
Somebody tell me if wake up light punch is like somehow a completely invalid strategy. It's a completely like not okay thing to do in a game. Somebody challenge me here. Just like tell me, yeah, you're an idiot. You shouldn't have woken up a light punch. Come on. Sure. But has Paul been pressuring me on my wake up? Has he been using meaties? No. So yeah, I woke up with light punch. You gonna get mad about that, Paul? Then you should have fucking done something about it.
Oh. Every hit's a fucking vortex.
Every hit's a vortex. Paul, you know that's not true. That's not what a vortex is, for one, and two, that's not what Eyedol does. I hit you, you guest broke on an aerial, and then I recapped you. That's not a vortex, Paul. You just guessed. So, frame trap.
I can't even see what's happening.
Yes, you can, Paul. Don't lie to your audience. Because they can see it too. Frame trap, caught the jump. Fucking guessed. Hey, fucking grabs me a few times. I fall for that a lot against Wolf. It's really frustrating. This is my favorite thing. This was an accident, but it was the like hypest thing I did in the entire set. I fucking just did the back grab to weave out of the fucking command to weave out of the shadow eclipse and just command grabbed him. That was fucking crazy. I don't want to say Paul's trash. I think he has the capacity to be good, but he just has this like absolutely fucking terrible mindset. I didn't need to do that. I already had 3 pips.
Run around like a monkey and it doesn't matter.
So, Paul, I'm doing the thing you want me to do. I was playing footsies. I was waiting for you to commit to something stupid, and you did, and I hit you for it. That's what you want, Paul. I did the thing you wanted. I ran forward, I stopped, you jumped, you pressed a button, I was out of range of it, and I punished you. What do you want?
Everything is safe.
No, it's not.
Break. Get fucked, just break. Just break.
Pop Instinct again. He reacted for that, which is like, most people don't. They either take the hit or they block the meteor. A lot of people don't shadow through that, so props to you, Paul. For all of your lack of matchup knowledge and bitching, you knew to do that for some reason. He anti-aired me a few times in this set. He's not that bad at it.
Here we go. Pop Instinct, so I die. Look at my health.
Somehow that misses. I don't know how that missed. That pissed me off. And he just... Hey, look, I blocked. Backdash, the follow-up, hit him with that, and then I tried to just light kick him.
Losing to another bad player, you know how it is.
Paul. Stop. Someone called him White LTG. I mean... You said it, not me. I think it was actually Water Horses that asked him, that prompted that response. He asked him what was up. Yeah, I looked at the VOD and he had this like first to 30 with Thompson at the start. Which, he won a good amount of games. He won in the double digits. I didn't expect to see what the actual final score was. But yeah, like, my Eyedol is bad. I've barely been playing him. I only just started like playing him for an extended period of time, maybe a month or two ago, and I really started sinking my teeth into what the character does. So, so yeah. And he goes for a reset here, and then I just shadow counter and kill him.
Look how easy it is.
He actually could have anti-aired when he popped Instinct there, but he dashed through instead. Just is valid for Wolf. But yeah, to like continually target combo like that, when you think I won't do anything about it, I will. You know, fool me once, shame on you. But that's a set. He's gonna say some shit.
Deal with Wolf. The character doesn't have anything.
Wolf doesn't have anything.
Fucking hail and meteorites on me.
Yeah, dude.
I pop Instinct.
Yeah.
I'm like, ding, 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 Feral Cancel. Oh, that's it. Oh, you blocked it? Oh, shit. There's no mix-up. There's no 50-50.
There's no mix-up in Wolf's Instinct, you guys. There's no mix-up in Wolf's Instinct. You heard it here.
There's no damage boost.
And that's the end of it. That's it. So... no damage, no mix-up. You heard it here, guys. Wolf has no damage and no mix-up. He gets chip damage on his normals and Instinct. I don't think Paul knows that. Fucking... So... Is it really? Shadow Leaping Slash is one of the most damaging shadows? I believe that. It does do a lot. I thought it was just really good because it was fast and you could like squeeze it in anywhere. Wheels wins with Wolf only through footsies and fundies. I feel like you're joking. But I haven't seen Wheels play Wolf in so long, I don't remember how he plays Wolf, so I can't say. Okay. Alright. So the point of all this is, God, Paul, I'm really tired of hearing you talk. Stop being toxic, please, and, you know, just, like, try to understand the game you're playing. It's not gonna be this idealized footsie paradise that you want it to be. You played a set with Shanryu later in the stream. That's the thing. He didn't use Overpower once in that entire set. I noted that before. What is going on with my fucking green screen? Looks kind of bad. Um, my lighting is bad. I need to get better lights. So yeah, yeah. So he played a set with Sean Ryu. Sean Ryu played Jaco, um, and he like had this whole thing, this whole spiel about, oh, this is what the game could be, and like Sean Ryu was playing super basic. He wasn't playing Shadow Jago, so he wasn't doing any of the mix-ups. I wish he had played Shadow Jago because it would have made Paul really mad, I bet. Um, yeah, dude, overpower and crash light kick, just B plus for her. Just and then like throw in a grab, I'll fall for it. So Paul thinks that he can just reduce every game down to the footsies and fundamentals, and you just can't do that, Paul. If you love KI so much, you need to love all of it. You need to understand that the game is not going to be what you want it to be. It's certainly not going to change. The game's done. They're not updating it. So there are footsies and fundamentals in this game, but there are characters who get to circumvent that a little bit. It's just how it's gonna be. Like every time he fought an Orchid, he got super mad because the Orchid would do mix-ups and just go high-low and do grenade shit, and it's like... So, I agree with that sort of. If you... Like, if Paul were playing the footsies and fundamentals properly, he would have been able to shut me down a lot better. He could have stopped my dumb degenerate bullshit. But he let me frame trap him. He let me run a train, basically. I wish I understood why, and I just want to chalk it up to bad matchup knowledge. But there were little things he did that showed that he knew some things. Yeah. Yeah, there's not really any conditioning on Paul's part. He's not trying to get me to make a mistake. That's a good point. Um, but I don't want to focus on how Paul plays the game. I want to focus on how he thinks about it. Um, and it's this regressive, this non-compatible way of thinking that is only hurting you, and then you are taking that and you are reflecting it outwards and saying all these things that are not true, are just frustrating, really frustrating. And the stories about talking to Keats' wife on how to get Keats to like him, and harassing Infill by saying that he's just doing it for clout. He's just making the greatest guy that has ever graced a fighting game for clout. I guess by saying that I kind of am reinforcing the clout, but not the point. Infill made something good because he wanted to help the community, not for clout. The guy barely has a social media presence. You're just wrong. So, Paul, if your goal is to be less toxic, you gotta step up to the plate and put in the work to catch yourself saying these terrible things, and and don't, or apologize after you say them. I'll cop to it right now. I get mad playing this game sometimes. I say some dumb shit. I blame some people for the dumb things they do, for, doing the things that I don't expect them to do. But I don't say them on a stream to 100 viewers, Paul. I don't do that. I say it in the comfort of my home to me to make myself feel better, and then I think about it later and think, man, that's dumb. That's not true. And I move on. Um, so like I'll allow it. I'll let you say those things. It's okay to say those things, but don't say them on a stream where people watching you don't know any better and they don't know that this game is not what you say it is. I've said some mean shit to people in this very stream, and I'm sorry. I don't like that I do that. I got some anger issues that I try to work through. Crops up everywhere. It crops up in single player games. It's part of the reason why I don't stream that much, because I feel like it would bubble over sometimes, and I don't want to do that. And so the point I'm making is catch yourself. You know, yeah, everyone says regrettable shit in the heat of the moment, but like, don't stand by it after the fact. Don't reinforce that by also tweeting, "Hey, what? I had one. There's another PaulB nugget of wisdom here. Imagine a comeback mechanic that gave you a damage bonus for whiff punishing, baiting and punishing, good spacing, avoiding moves instead of pressing 2 buttons. Like, what the fuck, Paul? You're deliberately calling out instinct and I guess V trigger. Except one of those is an actually good comeback mechanic, Paul. One is good, one is bad. Which one do you mean? I'm pretty sure he means both, because he was talking a lot about instinct mode in KI on the stream while I was watching, about how some characters can just press 2 buttons and win, and Wolf doesn't get to do that. A blue. And like, you're wrong, Paul. You're just wrong. There are plenty of opportunities within KI for you to do those things that you said, but they're just not bound to a comeback mechanic. You can whiff punish, you can bait and punish, you can have good spacing to avoid moves. I literally did all of those things in this set that I have just run down. Feel free to watch it again, but you probably won't. And just stop shitting on the game for things that aren't relevant. Is that a good message? Is that a good takeaway? I don't know. I don't know how to end this. I'm sort of meandering, and I should just end it. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for the couple new follows. Maybe I'll come back on, in a few days and stream some matches and talk about this fucking character. Do your research, kids. A good one. Good message. Learn how a character works before you bitch about them and say things that are completely wrong and mislead your audience. That's a concept. Fight on.